What's up, guys? Shola Delay here. Thank you for taking the time to watch my YouTube channel. I want you to check the other video, the first video I released, which talks about how to overcome the stress that comes with losing a loved one or the breakup of a relationship. You have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, brother, sister, whatever kind of human relationship you have. When it breaks down, a lot of people go through some form of stress or the other. Practical steps on how to overcome that stress is what I shared in that first video. Go check it out. I'm the author of this book, Stress Kills, Kill Stress, Re-engineering the Human Mind to Overcome and Live Above Stress. So I call myself Stress Master. I mastered the art of killing stress. And this came about because I've faced a lot of things in my life up to this point. Everybody still faces stress, but I've honed their skills to know how to deal with stress, how to kill stress before it does damage to me, either inside of me or outside of me. So today I'm talking about a topic which I call anticipation. Anticipation, when you check the dictionary, will talk about something you expect, an expectation. You anticipate that this is going to happen. But in my own definition, based on the context of my book, this is what I call as anticipation. I said anticipation is how you think and prepare about what that tiger is stress, what stress might do. That is how you think and prepare for what the tiger will do. If you look at the front page cover of my book, it shows a picture of a tiger. So I kind of like depict stress as a tiger that can attack at any time. So I will give you a quick explanation, one with the animal and a tiger, and also one with human experience. Take an example of somebody that raises tiger for show, like the Tiger King, we saw on Netflix the other time. So tigers are wild animals. They are unpredictable. They can pounce on you at any time. Even though you tame them and you train them, we have heard stories about people that get pounced on by their wild animals and it kills them. There's even shows on Discovery channels about people that the wild animals kill them, even though these animals are tamed. So what I'm saying is, as a human being, stress can come to you at any time. You see some people that are well-mannered, good nature, they behave well, they do everything right, they are just so perfect, but some pressure comes on them, some stresses comes on them, and they behave out of character. And stress is so bad that even like the tiger, like the tiger can destroy. It is so bad that when it pounds on you, when that stress comes on you, you might behave out of character to a point that it will get to the criminal level. You've heard people that they say they snapped. People snap. So that is what happens. In the talk, using the animal now to use a human being. We all know about people that have worked at a job for like 10, 15, 20 years, 25 years. They never believe they will be let go. They never believe that they will be let off the job. They never believe they will lose the job. They use this job through this job, they're able to train their kids, they're able to support their family, they're able to do all kind of things. They never saw it coming that it's going to happen one day that job will not be no more. So they never anticipated it. People never anticipated. Those that train tigers or wild animals, that have wild animals and these wild animals attack them, they never anticipate, they never expect that these animals will turn on them. They love the animals so much. Stress is like that. In medical field, they could say high blood pressure is a silent killer. Stress is also a silent killer. Even 85% of the medical condition and medical and diseases that we suffer, that human beings suffer, is caused by stress. High blood pressure itself is caused by stress of either from the outside, the environment, coming to you from the environment, or from the inside. So there's something I said in my book. I said, it doesn't matter what is going on around you. It don't matter what is going on around you. What is happening in the inside of you is what matters. So you see, like I said, the person that's been working 10, 15, 20 years, he never expected that he'll be let off. He won't be able to pay his bills. And this is where anticipation comes in as a solution. You know, my book is so deep. It has a lot of segments. There are different kind of segments. There's the five chambers. Sorry, the five levels. There are different 5 levels of mind regeneration that I shared in the book. So what I'm sharing today is just a section, just one of the practice you have to do, you know, to help you with stress. So anticipation is one of them. So like I said, the animal, you know, it can pounce on you. Stress can pounce on you anytime. So what happens to most of us humans is that we fail to realize, or we ignore the fact that life throws the good, the bad, and the ugly to everybody. I say that again. Life throws the good, the bad, and the ugly to everybody. So it might be good today. You might have a job, you have a wife, everything going smooth, everything going well. Yeah, time is coming. The dark days are going to come. But you know, I also encourage you by saying, oh, you know what is said in the Christian few Christian words, say, weeping may endure for a night, but the sun comes up in the morning, you know. So life will throw to you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But how are you able to handle when the stresses come? Because stress will raise your blood pressure. And let me tell you things about the blood pressure. There are 2 things. There is the acute stress, and there is chronic stress. These are my definitions. These things are in my book. There is acute stress and the chronic stress. Acute stress is what we used to experience, what our forefathers, many generations, when men were hunter-gatherers, that's what they used to experience in the hunter-gatherer times. Acute stress. What is acute stress? Acute stress is the stress that comes on you for you to be able to provide for your family. Back then, all what man needs was just food and shelter. Food and shelter. How to get food and how to have a shelter. So the stress that comes from getting those things is acute. That is, it comes maybe all of a sudden or every day. You have to go out, get food. Just those 2 acute stress. And once you've gotten food, you've gotten shelter, you're good. That's why it's called acute. That's why I call it acute. Once you get those things, you're good. But in the world we live now, we have what I call chronic stress, which they even call, which is kind of like what leads to what medicine calls chronic diseases. What is chronic stress? I shared it in my book as well. When I talked about 2 kind of stress in my book. Chronic stress and acute stress is something I just came up with. But in my book, I talked about 2 kinds of stress. One that comes from the environment and ones that comes from the inside. The ones that come from the environment, I call natural stress. Then the ones that come from the inside, I call negative stress. I call it negative stress. So the one that from the environment is natural stress. So the world we live in now, we have chronic stress in the sense that every day things are coming at you whereby you are. Do you know we have adults now that don't even know how to be adults? For example, you go to your job and your boss is giving you a hard time, or in your marriage, or in different kind of things, bills, all kind of things coming at you every time. So we live in a world whereby now we are bombarded because of the, improvement in science and technology. Now we have so many needs that we need to meet. We have so many things that's coming at us, needs that needs to be fulfilled, things, desires that need to be met. So chronic now means the stress continues. It continues. I shared something in my book where, I just talked about negative stress and natural stress. Negative stress is stresses that comes from your thoughts, the things you're thinking. You know, a lot of people, when they think, they start having their blood pressure start increasing based on what happened to them, you know. So that is a negative stress because it comes from the within and it affects your person or your body system. But the one from outside, it can be news of something, you saw something happening, or somebody told you something. Your five senses, you know, everything that comes through your five senses can cause you stress. So anticipation, let me just go straight to it. I don't have much time. Anticipation is the ability to look and understand that the days of good are there, the days of bad, and the days of ugly is coming. So when you think about good things, a lot of people, some people live in a bubble whereby they are born rich, their parents are rich, they have everything provided for them. So they feel like life is like that. But no, life is not like that. There is the negative part, negative side. There's a dark side of life. So the ability to expect good, but going further than that, the ability to prepare for what is bad and what is evil is what I call anticipation. For example, you have family members that are well behaved, you'll have good relationship and all that. But a day will come that they will behave in such a way that you will wonder that what is going on with this person. And that will cause you stress because what they did will affect you. But here is the thing. Anticipation helps you to look at every human being and say, this person is a good person. But you give them that margin of error. You give them that margin of error to say, this person is good, but tomorrow he might act in a kind of crazy way. You know, sometimes when I was teaching my daughter driving, I said, behave like you are the only one sane person on the road. Everybody else is crazy. So when you have that mindset that you're the only sane person on the road, you now know that they can act crazy anytime. So you are ready for that. The famous rapper that died, DMX, he said something in one of his interviews. He said, you need to know that a snake is going to bite. You need to know that a lion is going to attack. That is anticipation he's trying to talk about. So anticipation helps you to know that. For example, if you have a job, you don't only depend on that job, that single job, but you look beyond that job and think in your mind and say, what if I don't have this job tomorrow? What am I going to do? So anticipation brings you to that point where you are able to prepare for the unpredictability of stress, or the tiger, as I shared in the book. The person that trains the tiger, that puts them in the circus and trains them to do all kind of things. This person has to bear in their mind that these are wild animals. Their unpredictability has to be prepared for. That one day I might make a wrong move and this tiger is going to attack me. What am I going to do to fight off this animal? That is how stress is. Because your marriage is great, everything is good, your kids are good, well and healthy, but one simple bad thing happens to you or your family and you break down. And that's why I said in my former video, I said the human mind is the greatest creation of God on this earth. Everything we can see outside of nature was created by a human mind. So your mind is able to help you to live above stress and kill stress even before it comes or when it shows up. So anticipation is what prepares you. It makes you get ready that in case these things happen, you prepare for the unpredictability of man. You prepare for the unpredictability of places, of events. For example, events. Somebody that didn't realize or didn't do his own due diligence, he bought a house in a flood zone. That means he didn't anticipate that something can happen 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 20 years down the road after I bought this house. If he had anticipated, if he has looked at the good, the bad, and the ugly of that place he bought a house, it would have made him do due diligence, and he will find out that this is a flood zone. Or even if he didn't prepare, that know that this is a flood zone or whatever, he can buy, that kind of person can buy flood insurance. And this is the reason why we even buy insurance of different kinds, because we know that the good, the bad, and the ugly is going to come. So anticipation helps you. It helps you to prepare that when things don't go the way you plan or the way you expect it to go, you will be ready. You will be ready. If you go to work and your boss is giving you hell at work, or you have a co-worker that is making your life miserable, or you go to work and everything is good, everything is well and nice at work, you have to understand that it's never going to be like that forever. There's going to be the other side, that somebody's going to come at you. So the world we live in, nothing remains the same. But you have to be stable. You have to be stable. We all expect the good, but we now also have to be prepared for the bad. That is anticipation. You are prepared for when something don't go the right way, so that when it happens, it don't cause you stress. Because a lot of things happen. The most stress that people experience is when things happen all of a sudden, out of the ordinary, and they just can't handle it. Before I wrap up today, I'm going to share something about the human mind. You see, the human mind has the ability to prepare for what is good, and it also has the ability to prepare for what is bad. But a lot of people do not either realize it or tap into that resource of the human mind. They don't do it. But your mind is so powerful that it can take you to that place whereby in your mind you are able to prepare that when something happens this way, you're going to react this way. For example, somebody that goes to work every day, by 7:30 they are at work, their journey, their commute to work is usually 15 minutes. And they do it every day, just like clockwork. They go to bed, get their stuff ready. In the morning, they're going to work. But all of a sudden, you're on the way to work on a particular day, and you're in traffic for 30 minutes. Anticipation helps you to know that even though I go to work, I get to work 15 minutes, everything goes smooth, I'm able to also think about the other side. What if I face traffic for 30 minutes? What am I going to do? Am I going to take that time to call a friend? Am I going to take that time to call my family? Am I going to take that time inside the car to listen to a podcast? If you have thought of that, you would have prepared that, okay, when these things happen, this is what you're going to do. But if you have not prepared, if you have not anticipated that kind of event, what happens is that you might get frustrated, you might get angry, somebody may cut you off in front, may cut you off on the road, and you get angry, you honk, you can do something crazy. We have heard road rages go so crazy that it becomes fatal. If you watch the movie Unhinged, it's just about somebody honking on the person that has almost given up on life already. Somebody that couldn't handle stress. So the human mind is so powerful that I'll tell you this. People that go drink alcohol, people that do drugs, that do all kind of crazy things, you know why they do this? It's because things happen in their life. Things happen, the good. Life handed to them the bad and the ugly, and they could not handle it. So what do they do? They go into drugs, they go into alcohol. Something that can numb their mind, take their mind away from their current situation or circumstance. But I tell you, your mind is so powerful that, which I'll teach in another video, your mind is so powerful that you can, I can teach you what is called mind projection. You can project your mind. You can also compartmentalize events. I will go deeper in into those things. But today, anticipation is the key for handling the unpredictability of humans, of events, of life generally, that you're able to see the other side. So that when things don't go the way you expect, when things happen the other way, you're able to overcome. So this won't lead to stress bringing you down. I hope I've said my piece and it's something that connects to you. Thank you. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.